Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the Grow Your Life podcast. My name is Jeremiah Krakowski. If you haven't heard this podcast before, I've been helping trainers and coaches for the last 19 years grow their businesses, scale to 8 figures, and get more clients and customers than they know what to do with to build the business of their dreams. Now, even if you're just getting started, even if you're at zero, these principles apply. We've used these principles to take people from zero, brand new, getting started, to being successful 7 and 8 figure business owners. And so don't think that, I'm not at that level, or, I'm not trying to get to that level. My friends, no matter what goal you have, this podcast has the blueprint for you. If you're a coach, trainer, course creator. Now today, it's going to be a little bit ranty, a little more unfiltered, a little more on edge. And I'm not going to beat around the bush at all, okay? Now, what I would like to do is I would encourage you to try to listen to the whole episode all the way through. I know a lot of people, I can see the stats. You listen and you dip off about halfway through. If you do, come back and listen to the rest of it, because this is going to be, I think, one of the most important episodes that I've ever done, and something that I think is very, very important. Listen, if you're a coach or a trainer, and you want to make money in a business, right? You have to do the work, the right work, the work that produces results. If you haven't made progress in the last 30 days to where your situation is different in a positive way than it was 30 days ago, something has to change, and the activities that you're doing on a daily basis, weekly basis, are not the correct activities. And that's a harsh statement, but it's very true. Because the speed of how the internet moves, how stuff happens, you can't sit around and wait for things to happen, my friends. You just can't. You can't sit around and wait for a situation to change. Even if it just means taking 30 minutes a day to build your business. That's 15 hours a month. I think everybody could actually find 30 minutes a day, no matter what their life situation is, who's listening to this. And those who have more time, you could spend at least 40 to 60 hours a month building your business, recording a course, creating your offers, launching campaigns, marketing, getting stuff out there. I want you to look at what are the projects in front of you. Why haven't you done them yet? Why have you not done the next step? Get real honest and answer that question. And most of the time it has to do with fear and worry of not being able to handle what would happen when you did finish that, because otherwise you would have gotten it done already. It's usually always fear and worry. Okay? So take a look at and evaluate every step of the way, every month, every couple months. What am I afraid of that's stopping me from going to the next level? What is stopping me from doing the things that I know that I need to do? What is stopping me from building the business of my dreams? What is stopping me from progressing and increasing my income by 200% in the next 3 months? I'm serious. I'm so serious here. See, I have clients, fortunately, they're previous clients, but I look and they literally haven't done anything different than they did 5 years ago. And I still see them struggling, and I ask them, they're like, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. My friends, like, it's a mental illness at that point. To keep thinking that your situation is going to change by operating in the same pattern that hasn't produced results. It's called insanity. Something has to change. Just one thing can have a huge impact. Now, I get it. Some of us are like, well, I'm waiting for something to change. Like maybe you're waiting for a non-compete contract to come up because you legally can't build your business. Okay, I get that example, right? That's not most of your situations. Oh, I'm waiting for my divorce to go through. Okay, I get it. But that's not most of your situations. I'm waiting for my kids to go back to school. Stop using your kids as an excuse. Seriously. I get it that they take time. And I know that just by saying that, I probably just offended a good portion of you. My mom built her business with all of us as kids, and we didn't feel neglected when she built a business. And I know plenty of parents that make it work, and their kids don't feel neglected because they know what their priorities are. They don't make excuses. They don't come up with 1,001 reasons why they can't. They get to bed on time. They take care of their health. They watch what they eat. They watch what they consume on social media. They watch what they consume on television. My friends, some of you are addicted to sugar, pornography, the news, social media, and you're in denial about it and you'd like to change it. And that addiction is actually what's stopping you from building your business. What I've actually found is a pattern is a lot of people are not doing what they want because they're not trusting themselves to do what they want to in an area of addiction. And if that's the case, work through that. Whatever you need to do to work through that, to break that addiction. Could be cigarettes, could be something else like that. I get it. I have had an addictive personality. And I've had stuff in my life that I've had to break free from. And they were stopping me. A year ago, I struggled massively with sugar. It was a big one. I was eating sugar all the time. And couldn't figure out why I couldn't focus and get stuff done. Went on a detox, worked on that, was intentional to stop making excuses for why I couldn't, and figured out how I can. See, too often we come up with reasons why we can't, and then we end up believing the big fat lies that we tell ourselves. Your business requires speed of you. Not sitting around hoping something changes. It requires speed. In the big picture, stuff takes a long time. So you better shorten up how long it takes you to make decisions, to jump on something. I see people take 6 to 12 months to make one decision in their business that they should have made 500 decisions in that time. You will never be successful if that's you until you change that behavior. If you're constantly going based off of what you feel, I don't feel like building my business today, you will never be successful until you change that. Oh, I got too much going on. Keep making excuses. You will never be successful until you figure out how to stop making those excuses. And the truth is, it's impossible to. I'm not talking about hustle, grind, burnout either. I'm talking about taking care of yourself, taking care of your family, and creating the life that you've always wanted. When are you going to get over your excuses? When are you going to get past the reasons why you've convinced yourself that you can't build a business right now, today? Oh, the big one. But Jeremiah, that's easy for you to say. You got money, plus you had a mom who was successful, right? You don't know my situation. I'm not you. Okay. And go make some money. Go save some money. Stop coming up with BS reasons why you can't succeed. Because of whatever lies you've told yourself over the years. Whatever those excuses, what's the reason that's bubbling up inside of you right now? I'd love for you to share it with me. I'd love for you to dive deep into whatever that is. Google it. Here's something that I do. When I identify an excuse and a reason that I can't break past, I actually open up Google and ask Google the solution to my problem. Okay, so like for instance, how to build a business when you don't have money to do so. Creative ways to start without money. How to start when you don't have money. How to start when you literally have no money. And there's articles all over Google that can answer some of those questions. Or how to manage your time to build a business with kids. Get a schedule. Put your kids on a schedule. Maintain flexibility. See, what the truth is, the reason why you can't isn't usually the reason why you can't. The reason why is maybe you literally are incapable of cutting out the time wasters. Maybe you're incapable of leading your kids to be on a schedule, or yourself. Maybe you're incapable of getting help because you are bad at communication, whatever that is. Whatever reasons that you have, there's usually a layer deep of what the real reason is. It's a lot deeper than just the surface level crap that we parrot out, that we've invented in our brain as to why we can't. Like my number one reason still to this day that I give for why my business is where it's at and not where I want it to be is that I don't have enough time. And I need more money to hire more people. Okay, so I'm doing something to solve that. Get up earlier. Go to bed earlier. Manage time. Cancel certain commitments. Sell some things. Learn to budget better. Take on some extra side jobs. Things like that. See, that's what I'm saying, my friends. Whatever reason that you have given yourself, you have to attack. You can't just sit there and coddle it like a cute little baby and hope it grows up one day and leaves the house. What are your reasons? What are your sacred cows? What are the reasons that you think you can't change? What situations are too big for you to build your business? What excuses have you given yourself? Go after them. Identify them. Shine a bright light on them. And watch your life change. Too many people are living in just making love with their excuses. They will never succeed until they change that habit. Okay? And the truth is, when you identify your excuses, you can then start to make a plan to not let them defeat you. Start to get a vision for the future. What if just magically, imagine in your brain, you waved a magic wand and your excuses were gone. And some of you, that terrifies you because you're like, I don't want to wave a magic wand in my brain and my kids disappear. Why are you so afraid to even let your brain go there? Why are you so afraid to even let your brain think about certain things that you won't even go through the mental thought process of it? Step out and take that risk. The mental thought process. Oh, I don't know how to do something. Here's another great excuse. I don't know how to do it. Great. Ask some people who do. Well, I'm embarrassed they won't want to help me. Oh, that's the real reason. You're embarrassed. See, the real reason that most people don't build their business is they care about too much how they look to everybody else, what everybody else thinks about them, and being perfect person to everybody, that they're afraid of ever going outside the boundaries of what perfect person would do, that they please everybody, that they're not authentic to who they really are because they're afraid of not being the perfect little version of themselves that they think they have to be to make everybody in their life happy, to manage and maintain and control other people's responses. See, that's the real issue. That's the real reason why most people actually don't get the help they need to build their business. Pride, people pleasing, and the need to control other people. And the need to be so perfect all the time that it never upsets anybody. That root will keep you broke forever until you change it. See, we have to get real clear and start to identify what are the reasons why I'm not moving things forward in my business. Your business requires speed. Sitting around for months, letting these issues run your life like a slave master, whipping you into shape of failure, is the life that you have chosen to live right now because you're not doing anything different. Or you can choose something different. Imagine that you waved a magic wand, all those things were gone. What would your life look like? And for some of you, that's impossible to see that vision because there's too many layers of things to remove. When you remove one and another one comes up. That's the hard part of building a business, my friends. That's the hardest part of building a business, is removing those layers to identify what's actually holding you back. And most people don't have the capacity, ability, will, tenacity, and commitment to ever walk that path. And that's most of the people even who listen to this podcast. They never will. You probably never will. Because you've chosen not to. Or you can choose differently starting today. Not tomorrow when some magic fairy tale situation changes. Today. What are you waiting for? What excuse have you come up with? What new reason have you given yourself for why you can't? See, at this point, there is none. And we start to realize, wow, maybe I'm the one that's responsible for why my life is where it's at right now. Taking personal responsibility is one of the number one things that you can do to change your life. Now, there's 3 books that I really highly recommend on this topic. Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. All about personal responsibility. The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. Conquer Your Hidden Fear and Take Your Life to the Next Level. And then How to Do the Work by Nicole Lepra. These 3 books are foundational at identifying why those patterns are there, breaking free from them, breaking past the fears, and taking complete ownership of your life to change your life. The choice is yours. Nobody else's. There's nobody else to blame in your life for why it is going the way it is, and it's not where you want it to be. What are you going to choose today, my friends? I would hope that you would choose the dream life that's possible for you. If you're a coach, if you're a trainer, if you're somebody that is wanting to make a difference, that wants to make an income for yourself, choosing to create the life that you want and putting action behind those choices, actually doing what you've chosen, not just thinking about it. See, I see a lot of people that get addicted to thinking and learning and do nothing about what they've learned. They are addicted to feeling like they've done something. It's a lot of people who listen to this podcast, unfortunately. And they will never do anything with what I teach, even though they've listened to every episode. Because they've chosen not to. What are you going to choose today, my friends? I'd recommend choosing to come up with a vision for your life and start to build out a plan and take action on those dreams and start to change your situation so that your life is different 60, 90 days from now. I believe it's possible. I believe you can do that. But most of you never will because you're incapable of making those choices. Because you've never done it before. And there's nothing I can do to change that. There's nothing anybody else in the world can do. It's a decision and a desire in yourself. And when you can increase your level of desire, you can take action better. What motivates you to take action? See, motivation is fleeting, but discipline creates results. Doing it when you don't feel like it produces results. What are you going to choose, my friends? To let your feelings run your life? To let your past run your life? To let your current situation of crap be your forever story? It's a choice. Many people choose that because they're incapable of getting out of it. And even when somebody shows them how, they refuse to do anything. I gave you these 3 books. Literally, gave you these 3 books. They will change at least one part of your life if you read through them. I'm serious. And really absorb the content. But some of you will never even crack open the cover of one or listen to the audible version of even one of them. Because for whatever reason, you feel better about... See, a lot of people are addicted to potential. This is a big one. I heard this on a Disney Plus thing, that a lot of people they actually have an addiction to not opening the box on things, to knowing that there's information out there that they don't know, and addicted to knowing that it exists but not actually using it or applying it because they're addicted to the potential of something changing in their life. It's a choice to stay addicted to the potential. And it's a choice to move past that and realize, maybe I should consume some of what I've purchased. Maybe I should start doing something with what I've learned. Confidence comes by taking action. Start moving forward instead of sitting around hoping that someday you feel good enough to do it. I believe in you, and I know that you can do this. Grow your life, everybody, and we'll talk soon.